Good afternoon. My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap and a look ahead. So Monday's behind us. A pretty quiet day. I guess you could say it could have been worse considering all of the weekend headlines from the London attacks and then some more news that Comey will be testifying on Thursday. So you would have thought maybe a little bit of more caution would be in the wind. I guess some people were buying the VIX because the VIX was up today. But all in all, lots of the same narratives continue. Lots of nice setups. You just have to keep moving around looking for them in a risk-averse or at least a calculated fashion. If you look here at the chart of the S&P cash, really, you talk about tradable moments. Well, here was your old resistance, and that turned into support last Wednesday. So last Wednesday, we came in, hit the 8-day, didn't close on lows, didn't fall apart. Instead, we came back up. And then Thursday, you had about 2 hours to readjust. Okay, I remember getting long the spiders at 2:42 at 11:30 on my way to the gym, actually, besides some other stuff. And that was when 24.18 got taken out, and then boom to 24.40. So for today, you had a very narrow range bar. Okay, so some people think that's bearish. You couldn't go up again. Some people say, hey, consolidating a 3-day move from a low of 24.03 to 24.40, that's 40 handles. Why not? So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I actually took a little bit of a spider hedge versus some longs, but all in all, still healthy action. We're just a little extended from the 8-day, a little extended from the 21-day. So the IWM, we'll see what we could do maybe here tomorrow. It had one of those moves that was fast and furious because I think a lot of people were short, playing for it to break and close below here, and it didn't happen. Then it cleared this descending channel here. So today, some people were pointing out the weakness in the IWM, saying, hey, this might mean tomorrow we open up lower, which it could. All in all, we talked about this 139 level, which is a point of reference. So all of that is Friday's low. So at this point, it closed below it on the lows. So actively speaking, I would not be long the IWM. I would say, hey, let's see what happens tomorrow. Maybe, it comes down, retests this spot, or maybe it does a red dog reversal around 138.95 to trade against. And then if that were the case, maybe we see a little bit of consolidation higher to give some clues that there's actually health here versus just a squeeze. So all in all, I don't think it's an active long overnight. But if you're looking for a hedge, maybe this is something to do considering that it just had a 3-day move, closed in the lows, a lot weaker than some other sectors. So maybe there's a little bit of a down move. Or you just wait and see how it handles this area. If you want to go retracement rules, not sure, haven't done it in a while on here. Retracement, let's go Fibonacci's. Where are my Fibonacci retracements? I think they're right around here. Let's see if they are. From this low to the little peak here, okay, all in all, usually you test the 0.382% retrace, which is still strong, and that happens about 40 cents below, and then sometimes it could be 50%, and sometimes they push the envelope and come bring it all the way back, which just means it's just more choppy mess. So at this point, just because you had one down day just means that we're going to see what happens here, okay? So, hey, look at that, right there, was able to put his Fibonacci's in there. So anyway, let's go to the banks. The banks, I just think, are lethargic, do-nothing trade. I did nothing there today. Bank of America still failing at these moving averages, still looks a bit more bearish than bullish. I don't think you need to be that active in the banks. It's a lethargic trade, and at some point, I guess, they could become a real headwind, and that would be if this Bank of America breaks this with authority to the downside. Right now, it's below the moving averages, so to me, that's a do nothing or be short or be very small, if anything. JP Morgan, let's see what that did today. Also, a little bit of a move back into the moving averages and got rejected, still below the neckline of its own little head and shoulders top pattern. So the banks are not something I think you need to be bending over backwards to be long. If anything, they seem to be a short into the moving averages, and that's what's been going on for quite some time, and it didn't even make it up here this time. So we'll see, a break below this spot, and it'd be hard for the market to ignore, I think. In tech land, you still have lots to like. Last week, by the way, tomorrow we'll have Jenny J back. We were talking about the road to 1,000 plus. And on Thursday, when I got long Amazon again, I'm like, no one's talking about being long Amazon because couldn't get above 1,000. I bet you on Friday it happens, and now all of a sudden Amazon is, here at 1,012, looking pretty good. Broke above this little flag pattern. It's been holding the 8-day moving average, been holding the 21-day moving average. Very strong trend. Google I didn't touch today, but it's also gave some guys a trade. It held recently the 8-day moving averages. Momentum stocks are strong when they hold the 8-day and they're above the 21-day. Today you had a bit of a trade. It was a fast one, so it joined the club. So both those wound up being nice extra trades besides the ones that we've been looking at all year long. As far as Apple's concerned, I guess I'm not going to talk fundamentally, but to me it sounded like a lot of great refreshes, a lot of the same products enhanced. One new one with the standalone Siri. We still didn't really get much clarity on the iPhone 8, whether it's September or pushed back. Sometimes the next day is a much better tell. Like tomorrow, if we had a very weak day in Apple, okay, I would say run for the hills. No, not run for the hills, but it could be telling short term if it were to break this spot. But it's still hanging in there. They trapped a few longs from Friday. Did not take it home on Friday. I took a little bit today long, just a little bit. If it breaks and gets below this, I'll lose some money, and it is what it is. But for some reason, my little, Apple instincts are saying be long a little bit, just because it could have been, people were playing for an easy upside day today. It didn't happen. Some fast money got out, so maybe, they'll talk about some of the enhanced products, et cetera, et cetera. Last time we had a nice move here, and Apple was here, and now it's been going sideways for almost a month. So we'll see what's next. I'll have some quick feed again. I'm not really big whatsoever. Facebook, I did sell today. I've been in this for a while. I don't think it's game over, but you know what? When you get a little bit of a topping tail at highs, you know what? I extended from the 8-day and 21-day. I sell a little bit. I did that whole volume 1 series right here when it broke above this nice inside wedge. That was your time to be big. And then we did re-enter on this 8-day test, and now I'm actually flat. I don't have a lot of Facebook on. I actually have no Facebook on, but doesn't mean you don't have that many on. It just means that, for me, I don't see an active reason to be long it, because it could come in. I'd rather, let a little price discovery happen. BABA, I actually have more than I had overnight. Why do I have more? Because to me, it looks like it's just poking its head above this inside range after consolidating its earnings move. So I do think there's a chance it takes out these highs and goes. So for me, technically and fundamentally, I think, obviously the stock's been trending up. It's above the 21-day, and now pattern-wise, I would think it's worthy of a little bit more, for a move up. If it, gaps down tomorrow, it is what it is. But this to me is like, doubling down on an 11 versus 6 in blackjack. Probability say it should go higher. Better than average chance of doing so. I did buy AMD today. I don't love the name. It is a laggard. Some talk that some of the chips are going into some of the new products, et cetera, et cetera. They also got a positive mention in Barron's as far as the AI chips. Looks okay. I think there is a chance. It gets up to the 50-day. Not a leader, but maybe it gets there. I'm long versus this. Hopefully there's not like a gap down craziness to be a trap at all in all. It's, if you're holding 4, 5, 6, 7 longs, this could be one of them. It shouldn't be a focus, not just the only thing you trade. Otherwise, you'll go a little batty. NVIDIA is what took off today. Nice red dog reversal. Held the 8-day. I did not trade it, but some of the guys on the VTF did. It's been holding this 8-day, looking really good at highs. Could be a take home. Tesla, I talked about, kind of be a red dog reversal and hold 335. Well, look what it did here at the 8-day moving average. Some of you guys caught it. Nice trade from here. Okay, I wasn't focused there, unfortunately. But if you were, listen, I'm not always going to be there to be long with you, but you know the technique. This went below 335.93, went to 334.21, traded above it. About $1 worth of risks, not even, for what turned into, holy cow, an 11-point gain. That's nice risk reward on top of an 8-day that held. And now it has a shareholders meeting tomorrow, so you'll see what's next. So in conclusion, it seemed like a nothing from nothing day, but there was still lots to do, lots of micro tactical things to maneuver, a lot of feet to move around tier-wise, some new trades, some massaging trades, some reduced trades, and I'll continue to have them for you in my Redler All Access note. And if not, just keep tuning into the Morning Call Express. I do try and give you my quick take of the day. And obviously the recap is something free that you can watch Monday through Thursdays to help close the day and set up what could be for tomorrow. But obviously futures trade overnight and a lot of things change, so it's better to tune in the morning. Have a good night.